Welcome to Asian Anifacts, the channel about Chinese, Korean and Taiwanese actors and actresses. Today I will show you the lists of dramas of Ken Chu, Part 3, which includes the youth idol drama Meteor Garden 2, love idol drama Love Storm, and youth idol drama City of Sky. But before I continue, please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment on who do want me to feature next. Meteor Garden 2, 2002. Cast: Ken Chu, Barbie Sue, Jerry Yen, Vic Zhou, Van Ness Wu, Michelle Saram. He played Shiman, the playboy and heir of one of the wealthy families in Taiwan, who finally graduated from the Yingde University. Shiman had joined his best friends in a graduation trip in Spain. Shiman and his best friends planned a surprise wedding proposal for one of their best friends for the girlfriend of their best friends. However, the surprise wedding proposal failed as Shiman's best friend did not reach the church where his best friend was supposed to propose to his waiting girlfriend, Shan Kai, a young woman who fell in love with Shiman's best friend despite their initial dislike of each other. Shiman was informed that his best friend went missing, so he and his other best friend went to comfort Shan Kai and tried to locate their best friend. Shiman, Shan Kai, and his other two best friends believe in the lie of the mother of their missing best friend, and they decide to head back to Taiwan and meet their missing best friend. However, after many encounters with their missing best friend, Shiman and his other two best friends found out that their best friend had lost his memory, so he and his other best friends comfort Shan Kai and continue to accompany her in her time of crisis. As Shiman has already graduated from college, his father asked him to work for their company as a manager. Shiman proved to be an excellent manager as he was able to make billions of profits for their company, which brought happiness to his father and held a congratulatory celebration for his success. On the day of the celebration, Shiman was accompanied by two of his best friends who was happy with his success, but Shiman's happiness became sour when he saw his father arrive on the celebration with his mistress. Shiman made a speech that expressed his gratitude for all the employees in the company who helped him in his success. Shiman also mentioned his mother who was waiting for him and for his father, indirectly insulting his father and his mistress, before he thanks his father for holding the celebration for him. Shiman was reprimanded by his father in the washroom, but he arrogantly argues with his father, for his mother's sake. Shiman welcomes one of his best friends who arrives late, the best friend who lost his memory. Shiman and his three best friends went to the company where Shan Kai was working late, and he scolded her for not attending his celebration. Shiman decided to punish Shan Kai with drinking 3 glasses of wine consecutive times, but after the first glass, the second glass was intervened by two of Shiman's best friends, which caused awkwardness. Fortunately, one of their best friends pretended to vomit and asked to be accompanied by their two best friends in the washroom. Shiman continued to drink merrily with Shan Kai, but the sadness that he was trying to hide was seen by Shan Kai and tried to advise him about love. Shiman went home touching his aching stomach, but when he saw his mother painting in her room, he pretended to be fine and sulked his mother for not attending the celebration. Shiman's mother offered to prepare for his favorite food as an apology, which he heartily eats, and even pretends to have healed his acid problem. The next day Shiman continued to feel uncomfortable with his stomach pain and was finally sent to the hospital and diagnosed with rupture in his stomach and needed surgery. After Shiman's surgery, he woke up with his mother accompanying him, who tried to make him understand his father, but he refused to listen to his mother. Because Shiman believes that he doesn't need the concern of his father, because all he wants is his mother. Later, Shiman was visited by his best friend and Shan Kai, and they openly roasted him to cheer him up. Love Storm, 2003. Cast: Ken Chu, Vivian Su, Vic Zhou, Paul Chun, Zhang Jiahui, Yu Xiuqin. He played Wan Bao Long, a high-tech savvy and programmer for an online game company, who returned from studying in the United States. Wanbaolong used to be a young fat man who was always ridiculed by his classmates and his sister's friends except for Zhao Jialu, a beautiful young woman who has always been nice with Wanbaolong. As Zhao Jialu would constantly encourage him and never look down on his appearance. Wanbaolong developed a crush on Zhao Jialu but could not confess his feelings because of his low self-esteem. For years later, Wanbaolong and his sister went back to Taiwan, and they were greeted by his sister's friend, and he finally saw Zhao Jialu, who had become more beautiful. At first Zhao Jialu failed to recognize Wanbaolong because he has become thin now and very handsome. Wanbaolong and his sister's friend went to their house, and he remembered all the good things that Zhao Jialu did for him. One day Wanbaolong hung out with Zhao Jialu in a cafe, and she told him that she has met a man who blocked a rushing truck toward her, and he believes her words, and in her excitement Zhao Jialu kissed Wanbaolong on the cheek and stated that she regards him as one of her sisters. Wanbaolong managed to contact the workplace of the man that Zhao Jialu was looking for, and he asked the man to come out to meet under the pretext of doing business. Wanbaolong introduced Zhao Jialu to the man and left them alone. As Zhao Jialu and the man continued to meet as she started to work at the company where the man is the manager. Wanbaolong felt conflicted as he realized he had always loved Zhao Jialu, but when he was about to confess his feelings for her, she was already in love with other man. City of Sky. 2004. Cast: Ken Chu, Li Bingbing, Michelle Saram, Jean Dong, Amber, Rainy Yang. He played Lu Binfei, an award-winning international photographer, who started his passion in photography when he was 10 years old. During a visit to the museum he was deeply moved by a photo called Rebirth. Lu Binfei continues to study photography and would also go to the art museum as a volunteer commentator on holidays, and it was in the art museum that he met Xiao Runing. Lu Binfei and Xiao Runing had a good impression of each other and through the intentional improvisation of Lu Binfei's younger sister. Lu Binfei and Xiao Runing became a couple who cherished each other. Lu Binfei successfully got a job as a newspaper photojournalist, and he secretly saved money to propose with Xiao Runing under the witness of Tokyo Tower, Japan. However, because of a misunderstanding Lu Binfei and Xiao Runing got separated and she decided to go on a medical mission to another country to forget him, while Lu Binfei decided to study in Japan. Lu Binfei was advised by his sister to write to Xiao Runing every day to show his remorse and to let her know the detail of his life in Japan, although he never received a reply from her. Unbeknownst to Lu Binfei that Xiao Runing also went to Japan wanting to surprise him, but they always passed by each other. Just when Xiao Runing was about to meet Lu Binfei on the other side of the street, she rushed out of the intersection because she was in a hurry to stop Lu Binfei, who had not yet noticed her, and she was hit head-on by a speeding vehicle. So, all the years that Lu Binfei was in Japan he always believed that Xiao Runing had not forgiven. But Lu Binfei continued to hope that he will meet Xiao Runing again and he would be forgiven. 3 years later, Lu Binfei went to an expedition in Zishuangbana and saw a woman he mistook as Xiao Runing, but when he hugged her, he received a slap from her and he was told that her name was Yu Bohan, the goddaughter of the village chief, and she was about to get married. Lu Binfei refused to believe that Yu Bohan is not Xiao Runing, so he made plans to pursue her before she get married. But after meeting Yu Bohan several times, Lu Binfei finally realizes that Yu Bohan is really not Xiao Runing. But Lu Binfei eventually falls in love with Yu Bohan, but after a series of events that had happened, even though Yu Bohan fell in love with him, they had to separate as Lu Binfei had a life in Japan and Yu Bohan, as a granddaughter of the village chief, had a responsibility for the villagers. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this.